Hey guys, Domsky here. So this is the third video we made on this topic. How high can we get our sign intensity to in The Witcher 3? The first video was 650, then 726. But I did some research and I watched a video. His channel's called Apex of War, and he managed to get a sign intensity of 815. I did learn a couple things. I did overlook some things. So shout out to him. But we did manage to add a couple things to increase it even further. So let's jump right into it. So for our swords and armor, you're going to want to use the Grandmaster Legendary set because sign intensity is the main focus. To achieve Grandmaster status, you're going to need the Blood and Wine DLC. And then for Legendary, you just need to start a game on NG Plus or Next Game Plus and find all the items again. And I believe this just helps with the bonuses. So for the slots, you're going to need the Greater Velis Runestone, which is 5% sign intensity. So that's 15, that's 30 right there. And then for the armor, for the slots, it doesn't matter what sign you add. Just make sure they're greater glyphs because it's 10% as opposed to 5 or 2%. So that's our character. Now let's move on to our skill tree, our build. So there's 4 quadrants, as you can see, for our character. We do want to focus on the sign skills. Now, if we go down to the third row, what I didn't know before and what Apex of War he taught me is that your sign intensity, by just getting up individual signs, that's helping out your overall sign intensity. So for example, if you increase your aired intensity by 25%, that's going to increase your overall sign intensity. So what you want to do is max out the third row of the sign tree, max out all of them and add them in. So it's 25, 50, that's 125%. So that's going to help with your overall sign intensity and add them to your character build. So what I do for my character build is three quadrants are all sign skills. Of course, I add the Greater Blue Mutagen to all 4. Now, what's a bit different, for the Blood and Wine DLC, you get mutations, and we're using the Euphoria mutation because we're going to get a really high toxicity, and this is going to help with sign intensity. And to get a high toxicity, if we go to the Alchemy tree, the first one we're using is Heightened Tolerance. The second one we're using is Acquired Tolerance because at this stage, we found all the alchemy formulas, and we can get the highest toxicity possible. And then we're using Synergy, which helps the bonus for the mutagen slot. Instead of 40% sign intensity, it's 60%. And then for the fourth one, it doesn't really matter. I've spent a lot of time now. The first video I put out, which was 650, I'll admit I rushed it quite a bit. But for this video, I spent a lot of time just trial and error, swapping things in and out, really reading everything because there's so many ways you can build your character in this game. For the fourth quadrant, we're adding Griffin School Techniques. We have 4 medium armor pieces, so that's 20%. Focus adrenaline points. Once we get 3 adrenaline points, that's going to help with sign intensity a lot. And then metabolic control. This is just going to help with Euphoria again, getting sign intensity even higher. So that's our character build right there. Now, this is our character. We're in White Orchard. Now, what Apex of War didn't do in his video was in the top left, you can see the sign bonuses from the stones. Now, if I just go to my map, you guys, if you play The Witcher, you know that there are these stones located around the map, places of power, which you can activate. And once you do so, you get sign increases, sign bonuses. So we've done that for all 5, and now we're here in White Orchard. So that's going to help with overall sign intensity, and that's going to allow us to beat 815. So if you noticed, it is cloudy out right now. So let's begin taking decoctions, potions, and getting our toxicity up. So the only decoction that really helps, sorry about that, is the Foglet decoction, and it increases sign intensity by 25% during cloudy weather. So we're going to take that one. And then the other ones don't really matter. Let's take that one to help with health. There is one that helps with adrenaline points, which is nice. Okay. So those are decoctions, and now let's just begin taking some potions to max out our toxicity. So we got to 223. That's actually pretty high. If we go to our character build, currently it is 298 of 305. So we're gonna want to wait around and spam the potion again to try to max it out to its highest possible. So for our Griffin gear, if we're inside a Yrden trap, sign intensity is increased by 100%. Now to activate the sword bonuses, we're going to spawn in an enemy. We're playing on PC right now. We're using console command, but we're not cheating in any way. This is legit. So now that the enemies are here, let's get our let's get our adrenaline points up. We want to max it out, so we want to get 3 of them right here. So the best way to get adrenaline up is just to land shots with your sword. There we go. Okay, so let's just spawn in a couple more. Here we go, spawn one hand. I can always skip this in editing if this takes a bit too long. Again, this build, I was going to mention this build is not very practical because this sign intensity is a little bit overkill. And doing all this is a little bit overkill. But again, we're just doing this out of curiosity to really see how high can it actually go. Because it's just fun, right? So we're trying to get our adrenaline points up the highest right now. We're almost there. Let's spawn in a couple more one-hand enemies. 3 more. Sorry for the keyboard sound if it's a little high. So here, we're almost here. There we go. We should be there. Oh, dodge him. Dodge him. We should be there almost. Okay. Oh, we got to spam. Yes. I got to remember to spam. There we go. So we're at it. Now, okay, perfect. So we're almost ready. Let me just spawn in an enemy. I'm going to spawn in one enemy. One hand. Yes. Let's put down a Yrden trap. Now I got to spam Petrie's filter, try to max it out, because I know we're almost there where we can use it again. And we just lost our thing. That's great. Okay, so we're back up. There we go. A little bit of a miss right there. We should be able to use it any second now, I believe. There we go. So an enemy, perfect. And what's our sign intensity? 835. So there we go. I believe that to be the highest sign intensity that is possible. Now, Apex of War got 815, which is really high. The only difference that I really have made was activating the 5 sign stones at once, which increased it by 20. So it's not a lot, but it is an increase. So I truly believe this to be the highest sign intensity that you can reach legitimately in The Witcher 3. Is something higher? Possibly. I'm not ruling it out. Not ruling it out that someone's going to come up with some crazy combination and beat this. But I just really don't know. I've spent a lot of time on this, and this seems like it could be the highest. So again, shout out to Apex of War for making that really cool build. 835. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.